Hey everyone, just wanted to give an update on a few things. So, number one, just to be brutally honest, I have not been this frustrated with Globers probably the entire time. So, let's clear this up, please, once and for all, and move on. So, the final experiment is about the fact that a 24-hour sun in Antarctica does not work on a flat Earth. It's not possible on a flat Earth, and it's obviously what the globe says happens. Now, that doesn't mean every single day of the year has a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. It doesn't matter when there's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. If there is, that falsifies flat Earth and it confirms the globe. In the exact same way, if there's ever a 24-hour moon in Antarctica, that falsifies flat Earth and confirms the globe. Again, the globe model doesn't state that there's a 24-hour moon every single day. And so if there's ever a 24-hour moon in Antarctica, that falsifies flat Earth. And so what I want people to do is to talk to your friends and family and people that you interact with online and wherever else you have chats, Discord servers, and ask these flat earthers if there's a 24-hour moon in Antarctica ever, would that falsify flat Earth and confirm the globe? Flat earthers like to talk about a preponderance of evidence. And so we have the 24-hour sun, which is a big deal. I believe that the 24-hour sun is definitive. At least that's what we were told by flat earthers for years. But now adding a 24-hour moon, we have a preponderance of evidence. So please, 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 you guys, Globers, you're wasting time focusing on me and talking to me like I have no idea what I'm talking about, okay? I've never said that there's a 24-hour moon in Antarctica between the dates of December 14th and 18th. It doesn't matter when there's a 24-hour moon. So all this focus on those dates is completely missing the point, which would be the same with the 24-hour sun. Focusing on when there's a 24-hour sun and when there's not is a distraction to the final experiment as a whole. It's all about the fact that if there's ever a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, flat Earth is falsified. And I am now adding on top of that, if there's ever a 24-hour moon in Antarctica, flat Earth is falsified. When I state in my videos that I'm going to attempt to procure a video of a 24-hour moon, that doesn't mean I am going to be filming myself. I've said many times, we are going to Antarctica to attempt to film ourselves a 24-hour sun. And I'm also working on the side, attempting to procure a video of a 24-hour moon. That is not something I'll be filming or anyone with us will be filming. So please help me out here. It's been a long year doing this, and all of the negativity and criticism that I'm getting is a little bit difficult to deal with. So again, I just have two favors to ask. Globers, please ask. We need the Flat Earth community to respond to this with my goal of making the final experiment final and making it so that this issue does not need to be debated anymore and people can move on with their lives and do things that are way more productive than debating the shape of our world. We need to ask the Flat Earth community, will this be enough? This is two incredibly significant things. I do have one flat earther that has contacted me privately and stated that she doesn't have any clue how a 24-hour moon would be possible on a flat Earth. That is honesty. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for flat earthers to tell us what they think of a 24-hour moon in addition to a 24-hour sun. And again, my favor of the flat Earth community is to please let me know. Are we really seeking truth here? Do we really care about the truth? If we do, then please let me know. If you will just say, hey, Will, you're making a great point. 24-hour sun is difficult enough. If you throw on top of that a 24-hour moon, I do not see how that is possible on a flat Earth any way whatsoever. If you disagree, just let me know how a 24-hour moon would be possible on a flat Earth. Pretty simple. Okay, had a rough day today. So definitely had a rough day today. Probably more rough for me than anybody else, but just a little moment of transparency here. We had an issue today. We had an orientation at ALE's office here in Punta Arenas, and it was awesome. The orientation was great. They prepped us. We watched videos. They talked about how everything's going to go down over the next couple of days, because the process of flying to Antarctica is not like catching a plane, a routine plane, where you leave your house a couple hours before your flight. The process starts a day in advance. So tomorrow we'll begin our process for our flight with our luggage, getting everything ready to go. And so anyway, orientation was great. After the orientation, that's when things went south. It's discouraging for me. I'm very tired, as you guys can imagine. I have been working on this for over a year. And now that we're here at the very end, we're talking, I can see the finish line. I didn't really see this coming, but many of you probably already know what I'm about to say, and that's fine. I'm not as intimately involved with these circles. I'm just not. I came in here with a goal and a purpose and a mission, and I try to be a finisher. And so that's what I'm going to do, but I'm just not that intimately involved. And so the reality is there's a bit of a bigger beef between Austin and Jaron and MC Toon than I was aware of. And that came to light after the orientation. And I'm glad it did. Don't get me wrong. This was definitely a down point, a negative for the trip and for TFE as a whole. But I'm really glad that it was aired out and brought to the surface so that we could talk about it. And we had a very long, heated discussion about it. And the reality is, I'm glad this happened prior to us going to Antarctica. And I think it's going to help things moving forward. But there's, fears based on past actions, and everyone's just looking out for themselves, which is fine. That's what we need to do and what we should do. And so there were some agreements made, which I think are very beneficial. So, for example, Austin and Jaron were concerned that MC Toon was going to film them without their permission and try to humiliate them. Now, again, we can't ever know someone's motives. I don't know MC Toon's motives. I also don't know the future, but that's their concern. And that's their concern based on things that have happened and transpired in the past. And so right there and then I, asked MC Toon, I said, hey, can you respect their request and not film them unless you have their permission first? And he said yes, and they seemed happy with that. But then as the conversation progressed, they were worried that he would, put things on his channel or, get permission from them to film them and then put that on his channel in a way that they wouldn't like. And so I asked him for another favor just to kind of help us all come together as a team here. And I just said, hey, can you, before you put anything on your channel afterward, can you run it by them first? And he said yes. And so everything really kind of, calmed down after that, which was great. I do feel like that was something that needed to happen. When these things are pent up inside, it just makes interactions and this whole, trip have this underlying thing that just makes it awkward for everyone. And so now it's out. It's out in the air. It's out in the open. They had an opportunity to discuss it, and commitments were made, which I think are not too big of an ask. And so I'm very happy now. And so we're actually going to go all have a team dinner right now, which I'm looking forward to. Mark Herman just got here finally. He's been a world traveler, got here from London, and so he's going to be joining us as well, which is super exciting. And yeah, tomorrow is kind of the countdown where we're really going to start to pack everything up, get our luggage to ALE, start to get paperwork, and start to charge all of our devices to make sure we all have full batteries before we depart on Saturday on that flight. So anyway, I just wanted to be real with everybody, be transparent with everybody, and just kind of give everyone an update as to what is happening down here, because I'm sure you're all very curious as to what's going on. And so that's what happened today. And it was, while a bummer, I think, going to make things better going forward. So I'll keep everyone updated as often as I can. And thanks for all the encouragement. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.